I went to a pretty late showing of the movie tonight, and there was like a few families in there, and there was one guy and his daughter. She was like probably 5 or something like that. They were sitting there all normal, like I was at the very top row, and I could see him, whatever. I just didn't care. I was like, all right, everyone's here. Let's do the movie. 20 minutes into the movie, they get up and they leave, and they never come back. And I was like, oh, I wonder what happened. But that bothered me. So when I get up and I leave, and the movie's over, and I work at this theater, so I talk to all the managers and the people who work there because I work there. So I went up to them. I was like, I told them about my movie, and they were like, well, apparently it's really depressing. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, a guy walked out with his daughter is saying he want a refund because the movie was depressing. And they walked down the first 20 minutes. Christopher Robin. This is a live-action adaptation of Winnie the Pooh, the famous Winnie the Pooh and his friends, Tigger, Igor, Piglet, they're all in this movie. And we got Christopher Robin, who is played by Ian McGregor. He's older now. He's forgotten about them. He has grown out of this. He has moved on. He has a family, a wife, a daughter, and so they're going away for a weekend. He was gonna go, but he's busy at work, and he can only focus on work, work, work. All work, no play. And so Winnie the Pooh shows up asking for Christopher Robin's help. And so he comes back to his homeland, back to his area, and he's growing up trying to figure out who he really is. And you've seen this before. And because this movie is literally the plot of the movie Hook, which is Spielberg's most hated film, but to me, that movie I like more than this movie. I'll say this, Christopher Robin is a good, cute family movie to watch on TV or on Blu-ray. This would have been a great streaming Netflix movie. This would have been a perfect Netflix movie. I don't think it needed a big theatrical release, but Disney's Disney. They like making money, and this movie did make a good little bit of money this weekend for what it was. And I say this again, it's a cute movie, guys. I mean, that's the basic review you're gonna get. It's a cute, fun family movie. It's harmless. You can forget about it in a day. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's good. I mean, Ewan McGregor, he's a good actor. He fit the role, but he didn't like Oscar-winning performance. He was just fine. Like, he was fine as Christopher Robin. Honestly, anyone could have played him. Like, he was fine. I mean, he did the part well enough. I liked him. I really thought the girl from Avengers, Captain America, she was the wife, Haley Atwell. She was good. Very supporting role. The daughter was good. Again, the acting all around is good. It's just, it fits the movie what it is. Now, my biggest criticism, the reason why this movie is not super great, in my opinion, they got the wrong director and the wrong cinematographer, because the director of this movie is the guy who did World War Z and Quantum of Solace. That guy directed a Winnie the Pooh movie, and it's in theaters right now. You would have never thought he directed this movie. And my God, I mean, there's literally, I mean, there's a scene where Winnie the Pooh's like, I love a sunny day, like whatever, and I'm over here like, sunny day? The whole movie is gloomy and the cinematography is so dark and serious looking. There's literally a war scene. There is a 25-second war scene in this movie with an explosion and shooting, and I'm like, am I watching Winnie the Pooh right now? There is tones in the beginning of this movie that just do not fit this movie, and the movie is gloomy. I know there's literally a story they say in the movie. Winnie the Pooh says, another foggy day, like that, but like, that makes sense. But then when he's like, it's a sunny day, it looks the same. The movie, the cinematography is so gloomy and dark. The brightest thing in this movie is Winnie the Pooh's red shirt. Everything else, this is a dark-looking, gothic kind of movie. I mean, I'm like, Winnie the Pooh should not be that. Winnie the Pooh should not have a war scene. I mean, the directing, it was good directing. I mean, it is good looking cinematography. It just doesn't fit this movie, if that makes any sense. The directing was good, it just doesn't fit this movie. That's my biggest issue. Everything else, it's a sweet movie. It's predictable. All the parents can just sit there and watch Tigger run around saying Tigger things, and Winnie the Pooh running around looking for honey. Which, I mean, there's actually a few funny moments in this movie when he's walking around. Like when Winnie the Pooh finally shows up to Ian McGregor, that's when the movie actually kicks in and gets a little funny and more entertaining. But for the most part, it's a sweet, cute little movie for families and kids, and it's fine. But I'm just saying, the directing could have been, there should have been a totally different director and cinematographer. It could have been a lot brighter. I mean, you couldn't even see Tigger's stripes. That's a problem. I mean, I'm sorry, you can't even see his stripes. And by the way, the CGI and the practical effects are really good too. So overall, it was a fine movie. I'm gonna forget about it by tomorrow probably, and I'm gonna give Christopher Robin a C+. I think it's a fine family movie. If you skip it, it's fine. If you see it one day on TV, let your kids watch it. They'll love it. You can just sit there and take a nap. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this movie review, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, guys.